In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn this into this in 3 or 4 quick, easy steps. Don't go anywhere.
Out in Ohio where the rents are fly. Got a man named Mike, he's your wash.
Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. They call me the Fresh Rinse. I enjoy making videos for people like you, especially in the pressure washing field, teaching pressure washing and just enjoying it myself, and I hope that you do as well. Be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. If you hit the bell tab, we'll get to spend lots of time together and you'll never miss another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use sodium metasilicate to wash a wooden fence. And you can wash fences and decks and whatever you want to, as long as it's wood. Well, really just about anything. But sodium metasilicate is the product. I've got 1 cup mixed into this 5-gallon bucket of water. This is a great substitute for bleach when you know that the customer is going to be staining the fence or the deck, what have you, afterwards. Bleach has a tendency to fuzz the wood, and it also has a tendency to stick around longer, and so the stain has a difficult time adhering to the wood, and it also may change the intended color. But if you're going to be washing decks and fences that are wooden, then this is a great product to use. Now I'm going to be downstreaming the sodium metasilicate onto the fence. Ideally, you would use an X-Jet, which will provide a more potent solution, a heavier solution. Alas, I do not have an X-Jet, and so I'm going to be downstreaming this. It should work just fine. We are in the blazing sun. The idea would be to keep it wet, so I'm going to have to work quickly. I chose this section of fence because this will allow for a little better video quality. But ideally, you want the sodium metasilicate to stay on the fence for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to do this entire section of fence and then come back and it should be ready to rinse, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so I have sodium metasilicate applied to the entire fence on this side, again using a downstreaming process. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can create your own X-Jet, especially in a pinch. And I don't have one, but I'm going to show you how to do it. But my method is working thus far. So I'm now in rinse mode. This has been sitting on the fence for about 5 minutes. The longer the better, but again, we're in the direct sunlight, and for the sake of the video, I'm trying to do this in the best light. Let's see what we can come up with. All right, this is called an M5 twist. I'll put a link in the description where you can buy one of these, and it comes in handy on just about every pressure washing job that I do. As we get closer to the end of this section of fence, this has had plenty of time to soak in. In fact, it's already much cleaner than what it was. I've switched to a long wand, which makes it easier for cleaning, just makes it tougher for videoing. But I want to show you how much easier it is after it sits on the fence for a good 15 to 20 minutes. Again, much easier after a longer dwell time, plus with a longer wand, just makes it easier. A little tougher when you're videoing, but nonetheless easier, and that's what I would encourage. I'm going to finish this fence, and then we'll come back and take a final look. I have some closing comments, little advice I want to give you, and then I'll show you how to create your own X-Jet. And with that, we have a finished product. Let's go back to the truck and I'll show you how to create a makeshift X-Jet. All right, we are back at the truck, and here in just a moment, I'm going to share with you how to create your very own X-Jet. But before I do, I want to ask you a question. What was the value in the video that you just watched, the tutorial on fence washing and sodium metasilicate? How much time was taken off your learning curve by getting that free education? For the remainder of the video, I'm going to put up the addresses for my Venmo, Cash App, and Zelle. I'm not asking that anyone make a donation or give to the cause, so to speak. But one of the things that I feel is extremely important in our day and age is that we not lose sight of the fact that the person on the other side of the camera is a human being. We're kind of used to free education. In fact, regularly, I get text messages from people who I do not even know. They see my number on the side of the truck or on my shirt or on the screen, and they reach out, and I'm sure they have the best of intentions, but without ever even introducing themselves or saying, "Hey, Mike, appreciate the video. Thanks for the content. Hey, I got a question for you when you get time." It's just, "Hey, what's a downstream injector? Hey, what size orifice should I use? Hey, what chemical should I use to remove this stain?" And I want to say that I'm not Google, right? Like, the person on the other side of the phone is an actual human being with emotions. And I think we've just come to this place in our culture where we just feel like everything should be free. And if you found value in the video and you want to make a donation, I have what I call the Fresh Honor System. So I ask people to consider the value of the video, the value of the phone call, the value of the extended text conversation. Just ask yourself, what is the value of that? And then make the donation. If there's no value, don't make a donation. If there's a great value, maybe the greater the gift, if that's the case. I could set a price on a phone call or an extended text message, but instead, I feel like that you should get to decide what the value is. And if there's no value, then just skip on. No harm, no foul. But if there's value, then make the donation. It's called the Fresh Honor System, and I hope that you find value in that. So here's how you make an X-Jet. Are you ready for this? Downstream injector, the end of your gun. Voila, an X-Jet. Okay, let me go on record and say it's not as good as an X-Jet. The X-Jet brand is absolutely amazing. It's a tool that, if used properly, is a game changer for most people. But in a pinch, if you have a downstream injector and a gun and a 15-foot hose or less and a 5-gallon bucket or whatever, then you can put that solution into that bucket, draw straight from the bucket, and instead of having 200 feet, or in my case, in this video, 250 feet of diluted downstream chemical, you get almost zero dilution, at least through the downstream process. A much stronger ratio of chemical when you use this method. So, is it as good as an X-Jet? Absolutely not. Be sure to purchase an X-Jet. But in a pinch, if you have 15-foot hose, a downstream injector, and a gun, you're good to go. All right. Hey, I really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell tab so that you and I can spend lots of time together. Also, if you would, leave a comment. Do you enjoy your X-Jet? If you do, tell me you enjoy it. If not, tell me why you don't enjoy the X-Jet. All right, my name's Mike. They call me the Fresh Rinse, and I'm out.
Remember the name.